See, so we got let's reference these things: freedom of religion, in reference to the Zulu War in Africa, spaceship, water gauntlet. Reference Pro Tools and Fruity Loops and Dr. Dre. Reference another Ellery type. Going to Coronado to the library. Reference Netgear. Routers. Reference that song Fences in a Row. But what it seems to me, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernarda Chance, DJ Dave, Perdita Quinlan, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, Ellery's, The Robo Knight, 1961 Amphibious Bassman, and Doug King, and so on and so forth, is that the group of you, especially you, Perlita and Dave, have incited such a chaotic mess and lie consistently for Ellery, which is costing lives. It proves, Joe, that you or the small fry came out here, like I said, and either destroyed that school or that hospital. You guys think it's funny to mess around with the clones of the lookalikes and creating problems. You guys think it's funny for the LGBT crap. Oh, that was interesting too. One of the African Americans behind me, he's all mad. But then also, though, his demeanor changed when getting food. So it's not even about the food. Is that you can tell with inside of them that the gangster stuff isn't really. It's almost put in there to make warriors. That they don't want to be that. But it's bred in them, and then a lot of people reference O.J. Simpson. And also, it's kind of like some of the warrior Negro. You can tell United States military that the African Americans are basically doing this big circle around the nation, around everyone for their war. So it becomes revealed. I'll reference this, New Hampshire, and then Boston Yuppie. Reference also All Hippies Must Die. Reference the Super Lotto. But basically, you're all running a big scam around the deaths that you all created because you all thought it was a movie set to be able to do whatever you wanted, and that's not the case. And so you got basically Ellery cloning up Bernard, and he's probably doing it. Who else? Ellery, possibly Harry, the Robo Knight. I mean, you guys got a bunch of clones everywhere because you guys didn't want to respect the women and the people who knew what they were doing. So basically, Dave, you created this conflict because you want to be the Lord King of Israel or the next cult leader of the world, fully well knowing that Ellery and some of them killed people's kids to take over Disneyland or the Google server. And it's not really meant for you, David. And it's pretty much proof that because of what you guys do. So go ahead and prove what you got to do. And ladies and gentlemen who have common sense, let them run out their story. Because like I said, Perlita and Dave, how you guys go about it with your leader there means you're going to probably end up dead because what you're doing is not sustainable and you guys live in denial about what you did. I'll reference Reno, Nevada. I'll reference New England, Fort Evans, a naval yard. Navy. And so it seems to me an Ellery or a Joe or a Bernard, and Bernard and Ellery at their gangster with the Negro, so pretends to be the friends with the Negro and then run away, hat backwards and shit. Proves which families are cloned up and making a mess. See, again, Harry, Joe, Bernard, Ellery's Robo Knight, some of us kids never wanted your red carny shit. Because we knew it was going to create this problem. Reference lesbians. So, it's some men and their actions and what created this stuff. Like Joe, it was too easy, so he had to make a problem, and so he destroyed my stuff and my friend's stuff so he could prop himself up as the great Nazi, bitted, bat, pointy teeth leader with Bernard and them and that family, and they ended up fucking up the earth because they're a bunch of racist shills to keep causing problems. And they said they got to the top, then they come back and sit there and harass and hurt people and do all this stupid shit. And so Dave and them can, Perlita can do whatever they want, and the Amphibious Man and so on and so forth. Those two your blue boxes, boys, are the big problem, and those cults. And so that's the way you're gonna live. I'm not gonna want to live. I'm not gonna disturb it. But you guys aren't really solving anything. You're dodging around the people you all killed for your war, and then making up a story for DJ Dave the Fagatorium. And that's a shitty fucking life. Because you guys fucked up a whole nation and a whole world doing this shit. And you guys took away from other people's dreams and ambitions. So, you know. But it's interesting to note, like I said, it seems to me that a lot of African Americans did have a lot different attitude at one time until they were bred into this gangster rap stuff. But you're really not that stuff, people. So if the more you feed into that lifestyle, the worse it gets. The less you all do it, the better it gets. Because, you know, it's just a personality thing, psychological. So, you know, if you don't want to be controlled by the cloned controllers, don't feed into their story.